How am I supposed to celebrate when we are ever closer to a global nuclear emergency? How am I supposed to celebrate when people are building themselves bunkers as there is no faith in humanity left? When we are one button away from total extinction or spending 1,000 years underground? Many countries are ready and almost want to step in and go to war. How could I be tranquil, ignoring the fact that our planet is suffering extremely, that it cannot possibly keep up with our wicked pace of progress which we are imposing onto it? How can I ignore the fact that we are still spending far more money on war and criminal activities rather than for causes that truly need the world's attention? How am I supposed to cherish when in this society it's more advantageous to think about the self rather than others? How am I supposed to celebrate a festivity that comes from a religion that has instrumentalized spirituality for the last 2,000 years and that has purposely modified ancient texts for means of control and wealth? That has enforced an anthropomorphic God that judges you? I choose not to ignore all this wrongdoing anymore and most importantly act upon it, as I am at a fork. Either I stop relying on society entirely and go live by my own rules in nature somewhere far, or I choose to stay, and if I stay, I want to fight for what I believe is right. There's no alternative for me right now. To stay in society and be a silent witness to all of this is just too painful, unbearable almost. It's not a condition I'm willing to live no more. Society tells me I'm just an individual, powerless in front of this tragedy. And while it is in fact true, we overlook often the power of the people, of the collective. I want to still believe we can make it together, as there is no other way if not together. I want to believe there can be a society that upholds the right values, where just communication is the key to solve conflict. I want to believe that we will be able to work as one, as it should have always been. I want and will spend the rest of my life divulging and communicating what can benefit the most, however ambitious that might sound. Because that is what we desperately need right now. That is what the world needs: true, sincere, honest communication. My message to humanity for now is just stop. Stop and look back to where this race of unhinged progress has taken us. It would already be enough if we stopped this nonsensical, unwinnable insanity, if we truly united and focused on the issues that are affecting humanity right now. But I do realize that is almost unthinkable. But I want to do everything that is in my capabilities to avoid these tragic scenarios that we are facing. This video is almost more for me than it is for everybody else, because in saying these words, I'm trying to build courage and hope within me, as I'm not hopeful that these crystallized systems can change. But I have to try nonetheless. I have not been listening to myself for the past 3 years and can no longer. I will be live, possibly every day, at the Right Disclosure on Twitch. And one of the causes, among the many I will be fighting for, is one so few people are taking into consideration, but one that desperately needs our attention. If the word disclosure resonated with you, you already know what I'm talking about. I ask you to give me enough time and support to communicate. I need to feel humanity still wants to react. We need true human beings, people that truly understand what it means to be human and that are willing to speak out for what is right. We the people have been put in wars and tensions we did not choose to fight, and that's simply wrong.